Matt Fisch is the CEO of a company called AEye. It's really interesting. It's not the AI that you think, it's AEye. And they develop high-performance software for LiDAR detection and radar. So you know what LiDAR is?
No.
It's like radar, but LiDAR. It's what makes, here's a very, very basic thing that Matt taught me a long time ago. When you're driving and you have cruise control on,
yeah,
and it detects the car in front of you, that is a form of LiDAR. That's a very fundamental form and much sort of less of what these guys are doing. Matt, great to see you, man. Are you in San Diego? Are you back home in the middle of the country, or where can we find you right now?
Hey, thanks for having me on again, guys. Sure. Back home here in Silicon Valley. We're at the heart of the company, so good to be here.
Talk about, I gave a horrible analogy there, but your Foresight intelligent sensing platform is much different than what we talked about in the old days of just being able to, or cruise control sensing the car in front of us. Talk about, just give us an overview of what you guys are doing, so for the people who haven't seen you before.
Yeah, exactly. Well, many people use intelligence or intelligent systems like ChatGPT. Imagine if ChatGPT could see, for example, and we give that vision to machines in essence. So, and one of the things that's pretty incredible about the product we announced earlier this year called Apollo, we can actually enable machines to see up to 1 kilometer away.
Wow.
Imagine what you could do if you could see 1 kilometer.
It's, what's interesting is if you think in terms of the history of battles and such, the minute the opposition went up 100 feet in the air, changed the entire history of the world in terms of who is winning wars and such. When you can see 1 kilometer in front of you, and this is currently, we think of radar, we think in terms of flight and such, and the advantage flight has, but we don't have that advantage on the ground until now, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And in fact, I loved your analogy about the automated cruise control. What LiDAR does is, in essence, combines the long range that you can see in a radar solution, but also gives you the crispness of vision like a camera. So it combines the best of both worlds, and it allows you to not only see far, but know exactly what the heck you're looking at. Is it a tire in the road or something else?
Is this what Waymos use and or driverless cars are using these?
You can definitely see LiDAR systems on the roof of the Waymo.
Yeah.
Looks like a little police light on the top. Absolutely, that's LiDAR in action.
Wow.
What if you talk about your basic business structure and who your basic client is and who you're reaching out, talk about that for us for a little bit for the folks who don't know much about AI.
Right, our primary engagement is with the automotive industry. I think it was a great call out with regards to Waymo as an example. But LiDAR brings the ability for the first time in many, many years to, at a reasonable cost, affordable cost, to give the vehicles that we drive every day on the street the added safety of being able to see that far. By the way, LiDAR sees at night. It's not affected by sunlight, so it allows us to first and foremost improve the safety of the cars that you and I drive every day. And then the second step beyond that is what we call hands-off and eyes-off driving, which is work in progress. Waymo is a great example of where you can see that in action, but we see that technology coming to vehicles more broadly in everyday use. So automotive is a key target for us, but there are lots of other cases, traffic intersections, so we reduce the number of pedestrian and vehicle interactions and incidents, commercial vehicles and trucking. It's important to see far because the stopping distance is great, trains, there are military and defense applications as well.
Talk about some of your collaborations and such. You have some deals that are working, some that have been working for a little while now and now are coming to fruition. Talk about that.
Yeah, the big one, obviously, we announced over the summer with NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And they're really working with them has allowed us to greatly expand our reach into the ecosystem. And recently, also over the summer, we signed partnerships with a number of companies, Blue Band, FlashEye, Black Sesame. All of these guys are providing that software glue, if you will, between the artificial intelligence and our vision power to give us access to different markets, automotive being one of them. We know NVIDIA has a big presence there, but in other applications as well. It's important to have different partners that have the right software to allow you to connect into different pieces of the infrastructure.
Well, Matt, for you, it just translates to Optus and Apollo global sales, really. I mean, is that what it comes down to? It's a revenue stream and a big one.
Exactly. We've seen a huge spike in interest, as we mentioned in our earnings call about a week and a half ago. We've got 12 signed contracts now, a big jump since Q2, a lot more in the pipe. So folks are real excited about giving vision to machines, and that's showing in a strong customer pipeline for us.
Your earnings release, it came out just last week. Really good stuff in terms of doubling your customers since the second quarter and getting investor confidence, looking at share and market cap. Let's talk about manufacturing though, because that's a big piece of this thing, because you've expanded manufacturing capacity, and that has been obviously post-COVID the biggest concern of all companies in terms of supply chain and such. You guys seem to have slayed that dragon a bit. It looks like it's all good news in that department, correct?
Absolutely. We did announce an expansion of our partnership with our tier one manufacturer, LightOn. They're an automotive qualified partner, and we did expand the capacity of our production line to be able to produce up to 60,000 units to sort of keep pace or keep ahead of that demand we see incoming. The great thing about LightOn, seasoned global automotive partner. They check all the boxes for the strict automotive requirements. And not only that, but they're very resilient. They can move manufacturing to fit the evolving geopolitical situation. Great partnership.
Well, Matt, it's always great to have you on. Next time you're in San Diego here this year, I want you in studio. And of course, we're going to see more of Matt coming up in the new year here. But buddy, great stuff. Stock symbol LIDR. AEye is the company. AEYE is how you spell that. You can go to aeye.ai.